Peter Eliopoulos. I'm a Director of Manufacturing here at Altaeros. So I'd say my day-to-day is pretty much dealing with our manufacturing supply chain here at Altaeros. Some days I'm working with the engineering team, helping, developing new designs. I also am here operating our Aerostats here in Fremont, since 2018. Some days I'm just focusing on operating the systems and working on the system. Usually when I work with the engineers, so my background's manufacturing engineering, so I'm focused on kind of design for manufacturing improvements, whether it's thinking through if we're talking about a machine part, I might think of different ways or features that machine part could be made simpler to potentially lower cost and lead time. So if we can standardize on hardware, I'm going to kind of push the team as much as I can to do that. So we get an order. First step is kind of boring, right? It's sitting in front of the computer, reviewing BOMs and reviewing the ERP system, and getting all of our parts ordered. Once we're kind of halfway through, if you will, we're starting to get components in here. That's where it gets fun. We start to see it a piece come together, and parts are coming in, assemblies are getting built and made and whatnot. And then once you kind of get towards the end, we got an SD Flex, and we are putting it through lots of different QA tests, commissioning tests, flights. Once we're nice and happy that it's working perfectly, we are packing it up, getting it out the door, get it to the customer. Altaeros U.K has helped streamline our manufacturing process because honestly, they're taking a lot off my plate, which is great. Previously we were going through third parties and contract manufacturers, and so there's a lot to manage between them and us, right? So we've always designed our own aerostats, and now having the in-house capability of build our own aerostats is key. Kind of vertically integrating that process is going to be huge for Altaeros, and we're even more confident in the quality we're getting from our in-house supplier. Yeah, once the hull is delivered from Altaeros U.K, we put it through a series of QA tests. Just the envelope itself, a lot of the data actually from those tests actually feed into our control system, and that the system uses on a day-to-day basis. So it's pretty important that we're doing those tests. And then after that, pretty standard. We kind of outfit the system with its cables, electronics, avionics, sensors, get it all installed, and then we power it all up. We make sure that everything is functioning and is prepared for flight. When a customer places an order, we're making a pretty large machine, multi-million-dollar machine, so they usually get a project manager that's assigned to the customer, and it's my job to throughout the entire manufacturing and build process to keep the project manager up to date and updated on what's going on, and they will communicate to the customer everything needed, and oftentimes we'll host the customer here for various inspection points or test points. They'll be involved in that aspect as well. I'd say autonomy comes prevalent, really stands out when we think about our testing. All of these, we know that all the actuators are going to be constantly being controlled second to second in the system. So we need to make sure when we're building a winch, when we're building the pressure management, we're building the electrical control panels, that they go through rigorous testing to make sure that they can meet up with the constant demand that the autonomy is going to ask for. All of our tests have rigorous pass-fail criteria, right? So we are taking many steps to try to streamline the manufacturing process as much as we can. Internally, we're doing what we can to increase our capabilities here, increasing our knowledge and skill set here on our manufacturing team. We're, as we talked about, we vertically integrated our Aerostat manufacturing with Altaeros U.K. Small hardware companies really only get, a couple opportunities to get it right. So we got to make sure that we're doing what we can to increase quality while decreasing lead time and cost.